So I've done this type of video one time before and you guys seem to like it a little bit. So if something's worth doing once, then it's probably worth repeating slightly. So the idea was that we'd take a C root note, and so we take some chords that would work with this C root note, and they might be unpredictable and they might be best thought about as being sort of modes, but we'll try and keep it so you can sort of follow along. And then I'll tell you about how I'm thinking about this when I'm improvising over it. So the first chord, we're playing like an A flat major 9 over a C, which kind of implies that we're in C minor. Or we could think about that as being an A flat chord, so A flat Lydian. And then I move to, so this is kind of chord 2. So chord 1, got C, got an A flat, so C is the 3rd fret on the A string. On the 6th fret of the D string we have an A flat. And then we have a B flat, which is the 3rd fret of the G string. And then an E flat, which is the 4th fret of the B string. And then a G on top. And then move to this C sus. So this doesn't have a 3rd in it, so it's technically neither major nor minor. So it's got a C there on the 8th fret on the E string, which I play with my thumb so that I can get the C in the top as well. So C on the E string, 8th fret, then a B flat on the D string on the 8th fret, a D on the G string on the 7th fret, an F here on the 6th fret on the B string, and then an optional C at the top. And going between those two chords, and I'm thinking about that one as being a major chord. That's how I resolve it. Which then makes that like a C mixolydian type of sound, or like we're playing sort of in F major. And then back. And then I think what I did, I was thinking about something like a minor 7 flat 5 kind of vibe, but I wanted like a spacey voicing. So I ended up with a C here, a B flat, then an F sharp on the 7th fret on the B string, and the D in the top, which to me is a very unpredictable sound. You're not, I don't think, expecting to hear that after this kind of chord. I'm thinking about this as belonging to G melodic minor, I think. So that's what I'm thinking when I'm playing over it. Or you could call it like a C Lydian dominant, depending on how you think about these, whether you think about modes of the melodic minor. C Lydian dominant, because it's basically the 4th mode of G melodic minor. You could think about it that way if you wanted to, but I'm just thinking about it as G melodic minor. It's simpler in my head to think about it that way. And you could even play that open G if you wanted to. And then after that, I decided I wanted to go back to this chord again, but starting from an E. So now we've got like a C major in first inversion, C major add 9, so again we've got an E, a C, a D, a G, and then the top a B. And I'm kind of thinking about that as a Lydian sound, but you could also, because of it not having that sharp 4, you could think about it as being chord 1 as well. So either C major will work over this, or G major type stuff, but I'm thinking about it as a Lydian sound. So we come from C minor 7 flat 5 to C add 9 in first inversion. And then what we can do, this is a thing that works for blues and it works for other music as well, is just to jump up a major third, and then you end up getting like a sound of essentially C minor or E flat in first inversion, but it's over that C root. So we got it's just that chord moved up 3 frets, so we get a G, an E flat, an F, a B flat, and then in the top a D. So over that, I think I was thinking E flat Lydian, or you know, C Dorian. Because I'm moving from that C Lydian. That's what I'm thinking. So those are some chords. Again, on Patreon, that'll be the place to find those. And now I'll just try and do some improv over it, and I'll tell you how I'm thinking as we go. So E flat major for this. Think of C mixed Lydian or F major. Again, A flat Lydian or E flat major. Now G melodic minor. C Lydian. And then C Dorian maybe. G melodic minor. Whoops. C Lydian. Okay, now back to that C minor. We can think about this. C mixed Lydian. C minor again. C Lydian dominant. C Lydian. C Dorian. Right, let's try that again. C Aeolian, C minor. C mixed Lydian. C Aeolian again. C Lydian. Dominant. Lydian dominant. That went. Then C Lydian. C Dorian. Right, Aeolian. Mixed Lydian. Aeolian. Lydian dominant. Lydian. think that's a really good way to try and start to think about these modes and stuff like that. So if you're trying to think about this modally, start to group these things around a common root, i.e. the C that we used here, and then you can try and kind of think about them in your mind about being, okay, this is going from a C Aeolian to a C Mixolydian, back to C Aeolian, to C Lydian dominant, to C Lydian, to C Dorian, and that could be a really good way to try and put some of this mode stuff together. Let me know if that was at all helpful. I don't imagine this is the sort of video that's going to do very well, but I'm trying to kind of explain how I'm thinking about this stuff, so hopefully it's useful to one or two of you. The backing track and the sheet to go with this will go on Patreon. Thank you for stopping by. Cheers.